welcome to another episode of Cashing In on Creativity. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and today we're going to be talking movies and acting. And depending on how old you are, you may or may not know this show, but I'm sure many of you have heard of the Dukes of Hazzard. This was an amazing show that happened back in the 70s and the 80s, and I don't know how long it went after that. But we're going to be talking today to Chris Hensel. Now, Chris, you probably don't know the name Chris Hensel, but you probably do know the name Jeb Duke. Chris played Jeb Duke in the Dukes of Hazzard series, and he is now, of course, the series is gone, but he's still going on road trips. He's still talking about the movies. And in this episode, we're actually going to talk about a movie he is making based on that style of movie making. Now, the way that Chris came to me is that his business partner reached out to me, again, for the trucking podcast to say, hey, because they were looking for trucking companies to be involved with this show. They need places to film. They need trucks to, promote. And so Chris talked to me about, at that time, he was trying to get funding and get people interested, and that's how we came about. And I just thought he's got such a great story. We all love shows like the Dukes of Hazzard, and I can now say that I've talked with Jeb Duke. So enjoy, and I'm sure this is going to bring back some great memories. All right, everybody, on the line I have who we may know as Cousin Jeb Duke, Chris Hensel. How are we doing today, Chris?
Good. How are you doing?
Your claim to fame, Cousin Jeb. Great. So,
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to have you on. We were connected through, I think, your producer, and it's amazing to see what's going on with some of the stuff. So we are going to kind of start with you. Tell us about your acting career, how you got into it, and then we'll get into Dukes of Hazzard. We'll get into what you're doing now. So just kind of how you got started in that industry, what you're doing. That's
all right. Well, many years ago, I went to the University of Pittsburgh as an engineer major, right. And my daughter just graduated USC now as a mechanical engineer after all these years. I didn't like engineering. My whole family was in it, so I went into some music and stuff, and I just took off after a couple of years and went to New York City. I worked with Don Brockett in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jeff Brockett on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay. And he did a bunch of variety shows. So I sang and acted and danced right there in Pittsburgh, and then went to New York.